Welcome to the Soul Kitchen. Today we're working on a stew called Don't Give Up. The flavor of this song is 1970s Atlantic Records meets Stax Records soul, and one of the most important seasonings for this particular stew is the sound of the horns. In this session, I'm going to show you a simple way to take Logic's horn instruments and make them feel like we had a real horn section right in the room. It isn't about making things louder or more complicated. It's about weight, width, and human feel without automation. So the first thing I do is duplicate the entire horn section, which you can see right here. I gave each of them their own separate bus. Horn bus 1 is for the original files. Horn bus 2 is for the duplicated files. I'm doing this because real horn sections are never one perfectly identical performance stacked on itself. Duplicating gives us a second player, but we're going to treat it differently so we avoid phasing and instead create depth. Now on the duplicated horn section, I had a very short delay, just a few milliseconds. By clicking on the header, coming down underneath track, you can see here the delay section. Click on it twice and punch in the number that I want. For the buried duplication, the buried saxophone, I went with 12 milliseconds. Tenor, 10. Trumpet, I went with 8. And trombone, I went with 12. It keeps the sound from collapsing into phase issues and gives us that wide sectional feel without sounding artificial. It's not audible as an echo, just enough to create separation. This tiny delay mimics the natural timing differences you'd hear when multiple horn players hit the same line. Next I add Logic's pitch shifter to slightly detune each duplicate horn. Here's the settings for the trombone. Take a screenshot of it so you know all the other settings that you need here. It's very subtle. This is what creates movement without automation. Real horn players never play perfectly in tune with each other. There's a natural drift, breath, and expression. That tiny detune introduces life. It humanizes the horns and makes them feel like people, not samples. Let's give a quick listen to the horns soloed without the duplicates, and then once again with the duplicates. So when you play the original horns with the delayed, slightly detuned duplicate, you get something that feels played, not programmed. That's the goal. Not perfection, but soul. That's one of my go-to techniques for old school soul horns in Logic. Welcome to the Soul Kitchen, and thanks for cooking with me.